So you're thinking of making a move to beautiful Laguna Beach in sunny Orange County, California. Well, in this video, we're going to go over the pros, the cons, good, the bad. It's Laguna Beach. I mean, there's not much bad. The beautiful and the ugly of living, working, playing, owning a home in Laguna Beach, California. And you want to stick around the end because we give you a lot of information that was given to us by a local. So we're going to talk about some beaches you might not be aware of, talking about some other things I think you're really going to find of interest. Let's get to it. Hi, if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. If you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, playing, owning a home in Irvine, California and surrounding communities, today it's Laguna Beach. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notification so you can be the first to know when we upload a new video on Irvine, California, Laguna Beach, Huntington Beach, Newport Coast, Newport Beach. We got a lot of videos. Hi, my name's Bruce Clark. I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker. Been doing it 17 years. We're constantly getting emails, phone calls, text messages from people just like you that are looking to make a move to the area. Irvine, Laguna Beach, surrounding communities. So whether you're looking to make a move in the next 5 days, 50 days, or even further out, give me a call. Shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you make a smooth move to Orange County, Irvine, Laguna Beach, surrounding communities. Or if you're looking to sell, give me a call also. So let's go over the pros and cons of beautiful Laguna Beach. Another rough day in the office. We hear the ocean's in the background, we hear the waves, we see the birds, we call them flying rat. And that's what the seagulls are. And as a matter of fact, here, a little tip. When you go to the beach, hide your food. If they see, for example, a bucket of KFC, believe it or not, they're smart birds. They see a bag of chips, they see a box of pizza, they're coming down to eat your food. And it's terrible when you're in the water, you brought plenty of food, you got 10 people, you're in the water enjoying, and you look back, and there's 100 seagulls eating your food. They do too. But here we are, beautiful Laguna Beach. We're at Crescent Bay Point Park recording. Apologize for my voice, but wanted to get this out to you. So, Laguna Beach. Number one, beaches, naturally. There's some phenomenal beaches. So we've got Thousand Steps Beach, and it's not really 1,000 steps, it's 200 and something, but we'll have a link to the beaches so you can see. Wonderful place. A little more secluded than some others, but that's because you have to, it's a tough walk down, a tough walk up. Getting down's not so bad because you're probably going to get down in the morning, you're going to sit up, you're going to have fun, you're going to play, and then you're going to come back and you're going to be tired. Now you got to walk 200 and something steps. Could be tough. You have Main Beach. Main Beach is a big beach right by downtown Newport. It's where they also have the basketball court. And so if you watch, there's a guy named a Professor, and he's played there, and so you can see who's come down and played. A lot of famous pros have played basketball at the beach. You've got Heisler Park, you've got the Aliso Creek State Beach, you've got Crystal Cove State Beach in the state park not far. You've also got Victoria Beach. There's a lot of great beaches that are not just in Laguna Beach, but also close by. That's certainly number one. You know, it's a small city. Well, there's only about approximately 23,000 people. So it has a small city feel. And some of the tips that we received to make this video are from locals, you know, and so it's really, and we love getting locals' perspective. And there's only 3 ways into and out of Laguna Beach. One is the Pacific Coast Highway, so north and south. South's going to take you to Dana Point, San Clemente, San Juan, Capistrano. Eventually you'll hit San Diego, that area. Going north, you're going to go to Corona del Mar. You're going to go then to Crystal Cove, Crystal Cove first, Corona del Mar. Then you'll get in, you've got Newport Beach, Newport Coast, all of that. And the other way is the Highway 133. Now the 133 will take you out to like the Sawdust Festival. Will also take you to the Pageant of the Masters, which we're going to touch on soon. But it will take you up, to, you've got Laguna Niguel up there, Aliso Viejo. Keep going up the 133 and eventually you end up going by hidden canyons up there. So Irvine, I've been on the road easily over 1,000 times. I used to work in Aliso Viejo from Irvine and ride my motorcycle. It's a great ride. And you want to stick around because we have some great driving footage of the 133. And it's a lot different than people think, but it's wonderful driving. Accessibility. So touch on that for a second. Because you only have 3 ways in and out, it feels like it's a little secluded because you have about 20,000 acres that surround Laguna Beach. So you have the ocean. So for some, certainly if you want to get out to San Diego and Los Angeles often, if you work there, it can be a bit of a drive, especially keep in mind, 6,000 visitors during the summer, all year, but most of them during the summer. So Pacific Coast Highway can get clogged up. Now, there are ways around it. And again, the locals know where to go and how to navigate. So if you have any questions, certainly reach out to us. But that's one of the pros, a lot of visitors. That's one of the cons. Laguna Beach is known, it was originally started kind of as an artist colony. Not really started by artists, but it's an artist colony. And so you have over 70 galleries here, over 400 local artists are represented. You have phenomenal festivals. And so you have the beaches, second, definitely the art. You have Pageant of the Masters, which is life. I mean, art comes to life. It's a phenomenal, highly recommended. So the art scene here is fantastic. If you watch my map video, I go over a little more in depth exactly the four big festivals here. But you definitely want to take those in. If nothing else, if you don't have time to hit the museum, then certainly what you want to do is you want to go down to, there's Artist Row, Gallery Row, and then also on Pacific Coast Highway, you've got some artist galleries. Take some time, walk through them. There's some phenomenal local artists, absolutely amazing. So weather-wise, you're talking low 70s, you're talking a marine layer in the morning, which does get a little cool. And so if you don't like cool weather, then again, the beach community is probably not for you, whether it's Corona del Mar or Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, of course, some Huntington Beach areas, Dana Point, they just might not be for you because it does get a little chilly in the morning. However, for most people, that's a big pro. It does warm up. It gets to low 80s during the summer. So it's not going to be 100, 110 like you might find if you're hitting Los Angeles, certainly Santa Monica, which is not a nice beach. You've got the last time we were there, the water was just horrific. I would not recommend that you go into the water in Los Angeles County, whether it's Long Beach, whether it's Santa Monica. I just wouldn't do it. And I've swam in oceans all over the world in locations. So that gives you, I think, a really good top-down view. Let's talk about food. Wonderful food here. Some excellent restaurants. You have Nick's. You have Nick's South. You've got like Rasta Taco. You've got some super cool restaurants here. You've got Italian. You've got some higher-end restaurants. So if you're looking for steak and you're not far, you can go to Crystal Cove, you can get Mastro's, and you can go Javier's. So if you're looking for something more chain-ish, and it's not that it's bad. Those are wonderful restaurants. It just doesn't have the local feel that you'll find here in downtown Laguna Beach and all these restaurants. So wonderful food, great diversity of food. You can find a little bit of everything. So watch our map video. I'll show you more of the restaurants. And also then the nightlife, there's pubs. So if you want to have a drink or two or however many you're going to have, there's really nice pubs. And it's kind of an old style feel. This is something you're not going to find in Irvine. Irvine is nightlife, they close up at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. Not 9 a.m. Sometimes it feels like it, but certainly 9 p.m. But what you're going to find here in Laguna Beach, you're going to find excellent nightlife. Highly recommended that you check out the restaurants and to check out the night scene. So a con, cost of living. Since only 23,000 people live here, competition is very fierce for the real estate. It's tough to get in anything for under $1 million for a condo. Single family home, you're looking around $3 million. And to see the ocean, you're around $6 million. To have a kind of a front row view, you're 14 to 45 million. But there's some phenomenal homes. And there's 4 separate areas. Now there's only 5 gated communities in all of Laguna Beach. A lot of people think, hey, if I spend $25 million, I'm going to have guard gated community. That's not the case. Certainly not the case in Orange County. But there's 4 separate communities, and depending on what you're looking for, each community is totally different. So you have Laguna, you have North Laguna, you have Laguna Village, and Laguna Canyon. And as a canyon denotes, you're not going to have much, if any, ocean views unless you're really high. One of the homes we featured on our vlog was a home in Lower Bluebird Canyon, which is interesting. They would say Lower Bluebird Canyon because you're up pretty high, and the home actually did have some of an ocean view, but you're pretty high up. It's going to take quite a while to wind down. And so another thing, some of the homes up there are on a septic system. If you don't want a septic system, if you want sewer, then being in the canyons certainly wouldn't be for you. But of those 4 areas, you've got probably North has some of the more expensive homes. You've got one of the world's great hotels, the Montage. Let's talk about hotels for a minute. Laguna Beach has more beachfront hotels than any other city in Orange County. So you've got some phenomenal. Watch our map video. We show you the location of these. My wife and I, we've had the pleasure of staying in some of the hotels here, and you know, you wake up and you wake up to the sound of the ocean, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So again, watch our map video. We'll give you a little bit more about that. I think that's a big pro. Let me come back for a second about the cost of living. So not only do you have the housing cost, food costs are more. That's just, you know, endemic to Orange County. So you're talking about spending between 12 to 20% more for the food. You're talking about gas prices are 40% higher than the rest of the country. We have the property taxes are consistently lower than the rest of the country because of Proposition 13. The base rate's a little bit right at 1%. And so the maximum they can raise the rate is 2%, and they have adjustment for inflation and things like that. So if you saw a 15% appreciation in your home, they cannot raise your assessed value 15%. Now in other states they can. So on a property tax basis, they'll save you money. However, we have HOAs. There's not many here in Laguna Beach. You know, you go to the Montage, you go to a gated community, you've got to have HOAs because someone has to pay for the gates, the guards, the maintenance, etc. A lot of communities, because they don't have HOA, don't have common areas. You don't have a common area pool, parks, etc. You do have parks. There are some pools, but not like you see, for example, in Irvine, Orchard Hills. You go to the Great Park. You've got monster parks and stadiums, and you know, 20 tennis courts and 20. You just don't have that here. That's not Laguna Beach. But the feel, a lot of people that live here, that grew up here, stay here. And that's unique. And we saw that in Corona del Mar also. We don't see it as much, certainly Irvine. It's, you know, very transitory. It is what it is. Huntington Beach has some people stay longer, but there's something about Laguna Beach and that people end up staying here. Certainly gonna stay for the schools. Schools are fantastic. Some of the top rated schools. So for many that will keep them here during the time their kids are in school. Public transportation is weak. There's a trolley that runs around. It's gonna take you to local stuff. But if you're looking to go from here to Santa Ana or San Diego or Los Angeles or Irvine or Huntington, you know, the public transportation, it's just weak pretty much all throughout Orange County. They spend more on it, and they keep spending more and buying buses, and it just doesn't seem to get any better. So if you don't have a car, if you don't drive, it's a tough place to live and get around. It is what it is. If you have a car, and you want to park, Laguna Beach has a lot of parking in the downtown area and beach access, but you have to pay. And the closer to the beach you get, the more expensive the parking. So they figured all this out, you know. It's supply and demand. So, but a lot of the parking in Laguna and certainly in the village area downtown, you're going to pay for parking. So expect to. As you move quite a ways back, you don't have to. But now you're talking quite a walk. So we pay the money and we just enjoy the time. So if you're looking to upgrade your home, a con is you have to deal with potentially the California Coastal Commission. The closer to the water you get, and they're notoriously difficult to deal with. But you also have to deal with in Laguna Beach Design Review, and they're notoriously fickle. Someone used the word capricious, and I would use that word. Most of the homes here don't have HOA, so you don't have to go through the HOA Design Review Board. However, if you're in Montage or some other areas, Three Arch Bay, you do have to go through their design review. Then you're talking about the city, and it can be an arduous process, and it definitely adds to the expense. Not only do you have to go through review, you have permits, But the cost of materials, because of what we've seen with the economy, the building costs have gone up dramatically. In the past, you could probably get something done in the $300 to $350 range, which was nice. Now you're talking easily $500 to $700 per square foot, depending on what you want to do. If you're talking custom materials, if you're talking about some imported things, you know, the old reclaimed Jerusalem stones and woods, and you're talking about one of the homes here had imported quartz, and there you can talk easily $1,000 a square foot. So you figure on if you're going to add 1,000 square feet, $1,000 a square foot, that's $1 million, and 1,000 square feet is not a lot to add for most. However, if I've got an ocean view and that 1,000 feet gets me an even better ocean view or more, it's probably worth it. But you know, certainly condo you can't add on to, but you can do some things on the inside. But that's a con, but the pro is they control what goes on here, so it has both. And then I want to touch on hiking. Lots of great hiking. Not only great hiking, you've got a big wilderness park, you've got lots of other parks, but you also have world-class mountain biking. And a lot of people are not aware of that. So not only do you have things here, but you also have you have the Crystal Cove State Park. So a lot of times the mountain bikers will take the old Emerald Trail to Bomber Canyon, and Bomber Canyon will take you towards Irvine. But it's great mountain biking. So again, that's something that you might not find everywhere. Now stay with us, because on our driving footage, we're gonna take you by the Wilderness Park. We're gonna record from there and show you some neat things. So I hope this is giving you a good overview of Laguna Beach. It's a wonderful place. So here we are at Crescent Bay Point Park, and it's on the southern side of Laguna Beach as you're coming from Crystal Cove. But here we are, we've got the ocean, I can hear the waves breaking, we've got the seagulls, we've got the hummingbirds flying around. It's an absolutely fantastic lifestyle, not inexpensive. But if you're looking to make a move here, whether it's the next 5 days, 50 days, or further out, or you're looking to sell, love to hear from you. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you make a move to or from beautiful Laguna Beach, Irvine, California, and surrounding communities.